G'day guys, and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. Alright, well we are finally here. I'm going to be giving you my official AFL ladder predictions for 2023. Now, the whole fixture has finally been released. I'm very excited, so we can jump in and do the proper ladder predictions, and let's see how everybody finishes in my ladder. Now, this is going to be a bit of a longer video, guys. If you stay and watch the whole video, I appreciate that. If you don't, you're only here to watch the end of it. I appreciate that as well. Any view is a good view to me, in my opinion. Also, guys, if you are new here and you want to see more, I post a bit of AFL content, more rugby league than AFL, but still a little bit of AFL content. So, stay a while, guys. You might enjoy it. But without further ado, let's jump in and see how we bloody go. All right, so starting off, we've got the round one fixture kicking it off 2023. Richmond versus Carlton. I'm going to go Richmond by 16. I think they'll start the year with a good win there over Carlton. I think Geelong get a good win over Collingwood. At home, look, I'm an Eagles fan, massive West Coast Eagles fan, but I think North Melbourne get the job done there. At Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide, look, they've recruited fairly well. I'm going to tip Port Adelaide in a close one at Adelaide Oval. I feel bad doing that, but I think that might occur. I'm going to go Melbourne with a 17-point win there. Gold Coast and Sydney is going to be a cracker of a game. I'm leaning towards Sydney just, but I do think Gold Coast can put up a good fight. Right, GWS against Adelaide. I think Adelaide win this, to be honest. I'm tipping Adelaide. Hawthorn against Essendon. I think Hawthorn. I think Essendon, GWS are going to really struggle this year, so I'm going to back Hawthorn in that one. St Kilda and Fremantle. I think Freo win that. Carlton versus Geelong. So now we're in round two. So round one, that's how the ladder looks. So we're going to start moving a little bit quicker here because I don't want to, talk about every game so in depth anyway. I think we might see an upset here. I'm going to go Carlton to beat Geelong. At the Gabba, I'm going to go the Lions to beat Melbourne. Collingwood in a close one against Port Adelaide. Richmond, I think, will win quite comfortably there against Adelaide. Western Bulldogs versus St Kilda. Dogs will win this one, I think, quite easily. Fremantle against North Melbourne. I think Freo get the job done there, as do Sydney there. Gold Coast, I think, will get a good win there. I'm backing my boys with an 8-point win there. Western Bulldogs against the Lions. I think this is going to be a pretty entertaining game, but I'm going to go Lions by 5. Collingwood versus Richmond. This will be a cracker of a game too. I'm going to go Richmond by 13 though. Hawthorn versus North Melbourne. I think North can win this. I really do. I think North can win that game. GWS against Carlton. I think Carlton win this one and win it well. St Kilda versus Essendon. This is tough. I'm going to go Saints by 5. Port Adelaide and Adelaide. I think it's going to be closer than what a lot of people think, but I do think Port Adelaide win. Gold Coast and Geelong. I think this one will be closer than a lot of people think, but I do have Geelong winning. Melbourne at home. Freo will probably put a score on against West Coast. Lions and Collingwood. I'm going the Lions by 10. Yeah, I think Carlton will get a good win there. Adelaide against Fremantle. This is a lot closer than I was expecting that people would tip here, but I think Freo get the job done in a close one. Richmond versus Western Bulldogs. Going Richmond in that one. I think the Suns get a good win over the Saints. I'm going Sydney to beat Port Adelaide at home. Essendon in a close one over GWS. I really do think GWS will struggle this year. A big win for the Demons. Geelong against Hawthorn. I've got to go Geelong in that one. Adelaide and Carlton. I think this will be close as well, but I am going Carlton. Fremantle against Gold Coast. I'm going to tip Freo in that one. Sydney against Richmond. This will be a close game, but I'm going to go Sydney by 3. North Melbourne. This is easy. Essendon again. This is easy. This is tough, but I think Port Adelaide can win that. Geelong and West Coast. This is easy as well. Hawthorn, I do believe, will win that one. St Kilda against Collingwood. Collingwood win that. Fremantle against the Western Bulldogs. I think it'll be close, but I think Freo get the job done there. Port Adelaide with a good win there. GWS, this is easy as well. I don't think they'll win it by that much, so I'm going 12 points. And I didn't think round 5 is actually going to be played every game at Adelaide, but I don't think that mattered too much there with the results. I don't think Hawthorn beat Adelaide. I think Adelaide will be too good. Carlton get a good win there. Suns get a good win there. I think we'll see Melbourne with a good win over Richmond. Collingwood with a solid win there. I'm going to go Port Adelaide with a win there. Brisbane get a good win at home. Sydney put on a clinic against GWS. So we'll have a look at the ladder at about round 10, and then we'll have another look. We'll do it about halfway through. So we'll go around round 12. We'll have a look at and see what I've got in the standings. But I think most of these picks are pretty straightforward. Like there's obviously going to be some upsets next year. Like I think we all know that. But I think most of these picks are fairly straightforward. So look, you guys might disagree with some of these. I actually disagree with that. I don't think it'll be that big. I do think Melbourne get the win there. GWS against the Bulldogs. That's an easy win. Freo should get an easy win there. Port Adelaide, an easy win there. Collingwood and Sydney. That's a close one. I think Sydney by 6. North Melbourne against St Kilda. I think the Kangas can win that one. Richmond against Geelong. I'm going to back Richmond in a close one. Suns to win this one. Then we'll have Sydney at home. I think we'll win that. Port Adelaide win that. Melbourne get a win there. Lions a good win there. Going to go a close one for Carlton to win that one. Adelaide to beat St Kilda. Collingwood and that's easy. Collingwood win that one. Port Adelaide versus Melbourne. Going to go power in this one. A bit of an upset maybe, but I think they can do a job there. All right, Western Bulldogs should get a good win there. Going to go Geelong by 6, Brisbane by 16, Richmond by 50, Hawthorn by 7. Carlton and Collingwood. I'm going to go Carlton by 4. GWS versus St Kilda. Oh, I think Saints win that one. Sydney beat Carlton. St Kilda and Hawthorn. I've got Hawthorn winning that one. Melbourne against Freo. I think Melbourne get the job done. This is going to be an easy win for Geelong. Gold Coast and Bulldogs. I'm going to put Bulldogs winning that one. At West Coast and Essendon, I think the Eagles win this one. At home, I do. Richmond and Port Adelaide, going Richmond by 25. Collingwood should beat North Melbourne. Adelaide and Brisbane. Brisbane win that, but I'm not overly confident. So we'll go to the end of round 12 and then we'll review the ladder. Melbourne against Carlton. I think Melbourne will win this one. I do. Port Adelaide should get a good win there. West Coast can be Collingwood's bogey team, but I think Collingwood will end up winning that one. Bulldogs against Geelong. Geelong should win that. I think this will be closer than people see, but I've got Gold Coast winning that one. GWS and Richmond, that's an easy win there. I think we're going to see the Kangaroos get up in this one. Sydney against St Kilda. St Kilda, are not going to win that. Sydney get a good win. Oh, is that? Hang on. That's the start of round 13? It is. Okay, yes, I'm happy with that. So let's have a look at the ladder. Let's review. So Geelong and Richmond are... Why have Brisbane... Have I missed a game? Brisbane's only played 11. What's that? This team has played fewer games. Why? Did I miss a game? I don't know. I don't know what has happened. Where are we? I don't know why that's happened. Maybe there's an issue in the fixture. I'm not too sure. I'm hoping this is definitely the right fixtures here, because okay, I don't know why this has happened, but yeah, so let me just make sure that these are the right fixtures, because I feel like they might be going off 2020. I'm hoping they're not. They shouldn't be. But let me just go round 13. No, this is right. This is correct by the looks of this. Oh, Brisbane. Okay, so Brisbane have played one. Okay, that's why. Because there's buys. That makes sense. We've got buys here. That's fine. I was just, that freaked me out a little bit, but that's all good. Right. We're all good. I hope. Round 12 ends with, yep, that's enough. It's all legit. I just needed to make sure, guys. I'm sorry. All right, so we've gone on to the next, so that's fine. Okay, so we're up to round 13 now. We have seen Geelong, Richmond, Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, all on 10 wins. Then Port Adelaide are on 9, Carlton on 8. Collingwood and Fremantle are fighting for that 8th spot at the moment with 7 wins. Bulldogs and Suns both on 5. Hawks and Kangaroos on 4. Crows on 3, which personally I thought they might have been a bit higher, but these are my opinions. St Kilda and West Coast on 2, Essendon on 1, and GWS with no wins. All right. We'll go, we'll probably go up to about round 19, have a look at the ladder again, and then we'll go back. All right, so at home, I think Bulldogs win that one. Lions get a good win there. Adelaide against West Coast. Adelaide should win that one quite comfortably. Fremantle over... Oh, no, I don't think... Yeah, look, at home, yeah, but it'll be a bit closer. I do think that North Melbourne continue winning. Carlton versus Essendon. I'm going Carlton with a good win there. Going Melbourne to beat Collingwood. This will be closer than people think, but I'm going Geelong at the Gabba. Lions get the win there. GWS against Fremantle. Oh, that's Freo win that easily. Richmond, good win there. Carlton and Gold Coast. Carlton win that. Bulldogs get a good win there. We'll go Geelong with a decent win there. Lions get a good win in that one. Sydney turn up against West Coast. Fremantle with a good win over Essendon. Collingwood with a good win over Adelaide. Gold Coast, decent win there. Lions and Richmond. This is going to be a cracker, I reckon. I'm going to go... That's tough. Going to go Lions by 3. Essendon and Port Adelaide. That's tough too. No, Port Adelaide will win that, surely. I don't know why I'm thinking about it, to be honest. I reckon this will be a win to the Suns. Blues get a good win over the Hawks. Sydney and Geelong at home. I'm backing the Swans. Western Bulldogs against Freo. At home, I'm backing the Doggies. Adelaide against North Melbourne. I'm going to back Adelaide in that one. Melbourne get a good win over GWS. I'm going West Coast at home. Lions and Eagles. Lions win that one comfortably. I'm backing Adelaide in this one. Geelong, a good win there. GWS and Hawthorn. I think GWS get their first win there. Richmond and Sydney. I'm going Richmond in a close one. St Kilda and Melbourne. Melbourne with a good win there. Western Bulldogs against Collingwood. I'm going the Doggies there. Port Adelaide should beat the Suns at home. Fremantle and Carlton. Going Fremantle by 9. We're up to round 18 now. I'm going Carlton with a 20-point win. Collingwood with a 14 win. 60-point win there for the Cats. Suns with a 30-point win. Melbourne with a 7-point win at home. I'm going to go North Melbourne to get another win there. 9-point win to Sydney. I'm going a 16-point win there. 37-point win. At home, I think the Lions win that one. Carlton get a good win there. What else have we got here? Essendon, big win there. Big win for the Suns. Melbourne against Adelaide. Yeah, I think Melbourne get a good win there. Good win for Richmond. I'm going to give St Kilda a win in this one. Another close game, but I do think Port Adelaide can win that one. I think Freo can win that one. And we're on to round 20. So let's look at the ladder at round 20, guys. So with 16 wins, we've got the Brisbane Lions at the top of the table. Melbourne in second, Geelong in third, Richmond in fourth, Carlton in fifth, Sydney in sixth, Fremantle in seventh, Port Adelaide in eighth. So all those teams are practically locked into the top 8, depending on how these last few rounds go. The Bulldogs could potentially make a run, but I do think that this may be the top 8 we see for the rest of the year. Western Bulldogs and Collingwood to miss out potentially, and Carlton and Port Adelaide to slip in. So we'll see how it goes. This could all change dramatically, but yeah, let's go. So I think Collingwood do get a win there. Sydney put on a masterclass against Essendon. Geelong get a good win over Fremantle. Gold Coast, I reckon Carrara can beat their rivals. Hawthorn and St Kilda. I'm going Hawthorn in that one. I'm going Richmond to beat Melbourne. Bulldogs, I think we'll get a good win over GWS. I'm going Adelaide in an upset there. At home, I am going to tip my Eagles. I'm going to tip Essendon in that one, though. They won't win by that much, but Geelong will win that one. Sydney, big win over GWS. Hawthorn and Collingwood, I think Collingwood win that one and win it well. Melbourne against North Melbourne, Melbourne win that. I think there's 24 rounds this year. Let me just check that as well. Sorry for stopping all the time. There is 24 rounds. So at the end of round 23, we will review our picks. So I've got Carlton winning that one. I think at home the Dogs can win that. I'm going Adelaide to win in a close one at Adelaide Oval. I think Adelaide are going to be a surprise packet this year. I really do. All right, Fremantle and Brisbane at home. I think Freo can get the job done. Carlton and Melbourne. I'm going Carlton to win this one. And then we'll see a decent win from the Lions there. I'm going a close win to the Cats. Doggies get up in that one. I'm going North Melbourne to win that. Easy win there for the Tigers. Actually, probably a bit easier than that. Suns to win that one. I'm going Port Adelaide. Yeah, Port Adelaide easy win that. I think this will be a close game, but I do think Fremantle win. Collingwood and the Lions. I think Collingwood win this one. I do. I do think the Pies will get a win there. I think we'll see the Suns get a late win in the season. GWS get their second win of the season. Melbourne and Hawthorn. Melbourne should win that one quite comfortably. Richmond, another win pretty comfortably. Cats win that one. Bulldogs win that one. I'm going to go a close game here, but Sydney to win that. Freo to win that one. And we are on to the final round of the year. Let's see who can make the 8 and who is likely to fall out. So we've got some pretty big games coming up. So Geelong will want to win to solidify them as the number 1 team and winning the minor premiership, but they've got Richmond, Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney all on their tails. Carlton and Fremantle have locked in to the top 8, but they can't make the top 4. So we've got a battle for the top 4 between Richmond, Melbourne, Brisbane and Sydney. And then we've got a battle for the top. Well, I actually think the Dogs, unless Port Adelaide win by an enormous margin, I think the Bulldogs sneak back into the top 8 there. So, so the teams that can't make it, unfortunately, Collingwood, 12 wins, 10 losses, will not be playing finals footy. Gold Coast, 11 wins, 11 losses, will not be playing finals football. Adelaide, Hawthorn and North Melbourne, all somewhat improved, but will not be playing finals football. My apologies. Hawthorn and West Coast will not be playing finals football. St Kilda drop dramatically, as do Essendon and GWS, although they were probably favourite to be around that area. So, the final round of the year in my hay fever is going mental at the moment. These bloody animals are killing me. But let's go. Lions, good win there, but they can't overtake Geelong. Carlton get a massive win there. Collingwood, huge win over Essendon, but it is to no avail. I'm going to say Geelong get a big win there. Freo with a big win there. Gold Coast get a big win. Sydney get a decent win there, which pretty much locks them into a top 4 spot. Port Adelaide with a win there. Yeah, I'm happy with an 8-point win. West Coast and Adelaide. I think West Coast end the year with a victory. And now we have our top 8, guys. Top 8 for 2023. So we see Geelong take on Richmond, Brisbane against Sydney, Melbourne against the Western Bulldogs, and Carlton take on Fremantle. So, week 1 of finals, I think Richmond beat Geelong, and unfortunately I don't think Geelong, while they won the minor premiership, I think they will fall out fairly early in the finals. Alright, Melbourne and the Bulldogs. I think Melbourne win that one. I think they've got the team to do it. Carlton, I've got beating Freo, and Sydney. And the Lions beating Sydney at home. So we've got Geelong play Melbourne. I've got Melbourne winning that one, and I'm actually going to tip a bit of an upset here and go Carlton to beat the Swans. So we see a preliminary final against Richmond and Carlton, and the Lions against the Demons. So I'm backing Richmond to bring it home there in the prelim, and I'm going the Lions to win that one. So we will see second place take on fourth. And the premiers for 2023, guys, this is my official prediction. I've got the Brisbane Lions winning it all. So guys, they are my predictions. Let me know yours down in the comments below. I really recommend using Squiggle. I think it's an amazing tool for this. I personally prefer it over the official AFL ladder predictor. So let me know who you've picked down below. But that is going to wrap it up from me though, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.